want you to talk about the crashes on the Stoku and just the insanity of that whole
descent. The Stoku was unbelievable. Literally, I had started that climb probably about 15th position. Me and Levi, we went over the top going down the descent. And we had talked earlier in the bus about what this climb was, and I'd done Liège-Bastogne Liège many times, so I knew what they were talking about, kind of, sort of. And because they were saying, well, we're coming normally from Liège, we come from the left side and we go down this descent and then we make a right or left and we go this, but today we're going to come up from this way and then we're going to make this turn and that turn. So I knew we were in the general area of that once I got there I would know the descent or I'd know the climb, but in the meeting in the bus I was a bit still unsure of exactly which one we're talking about, because when you do the course in Liège-Bastogne Liège, we do 3 or 4 climbs right in that same area and we come up from different sides. And so as soon as we started going down the descent, I was like, oh, this is going to be bad, really bad. And as we approached the descent, Andy had looked at me, or Frank had looked at me, and he said, let's not get carried away here. And I looked back at him and I said, hey, it ain't going to come from me. And so literally I started the climb in the top 15, and Levi was right next to me, and we were going where we were leaving a decent sized gap in front of the riders in front of us, and what happened is the guys behind us just kept passing us. And they just kept passing us, and we got about halfway down the climb, and there's probably 30 guys, 35 guys down in front of us instead of 15, and all of a sudden everybody started crashing. I mean everybody. And what you guys normally see on TV is you see one guy crash, everybody goes into him, and there's just this huge pile of bodies and bikes. What had happened on the Stokur is that there was guys this side of the road, there was guys this side of the road, there was guys in the middle of the road, there was guys at this point of the hill, this point of the hill, this point of the hill, and this point of the hill. And when they all started crashing, I hit my brakes and I started slowing down, and the guys behind me had started crashing, and their bikes were sliding by me. I mean, literally, like coming sideways, sliding by me. And so I got guys who are already crashed in front of me, bodies and bikes sliding down the road, and bikes sliding past me, and I just kind of went like this through everything and made it through. And so behind, Levi couldn't stop in time, and he ran into the back of a rider, and then they all crashed, and I literally just found my way through. And when I did, I got at least the length of a football field distance of bodies from where they started crashing to where they ended crashing. And I get down and I see Lance getting back on his bike, and so his chain's off his bike, his back brake's all twisted against the rim and stuff. But it looks like everything's okay, so he's trying to figure out what's wrong with his bike. And I've been a mechanic in my life for 9 years when I was younger, so I just grab his bike, I straighten his bike, I spin the wheel, I grab the chain, pop it on, I'm like, let's go! And so it hops on and we take off. Very slowly we take off. And we come around the next corner, it's the exact same scenario. I mean, there's just bodies everywhere, except for now there's a motorcycle down, and there's 2 guys on the motorcycle, because there's the motorcycle driver, and then there's the camera guy, who, I mean, he must, because his back is turned, so he doesn't even know what's happening when this crash. And so I just start yelling, crash, crash, heads up. And again, Lance and I weave our way through, and we get down to the bottom. And now, we're not sure how many guys are up the road. We don't know if there's 50 guys up the road, or 10 guys up the road, or 5 guys, and we don't know how many guys are behind us, and we don't know, do we have any Radio Shack riders in the first group or not? We know nothing. All we know is Yanni's there, Levi's there, I'm there, Lance is there, and we're in this big group, but we don't know where anybody else is.